Hey everyone, so I'm going to be starting you guys off with a review or a first look here at the Ninjago Secret World of Ninja book. I know I'm behind on this because I had trouble finding it, but I have now obtained the book and I will be showing you guys a review of this book, so again, of the figure as well. But this is the Secret World of the Ninja book and it came out June 16th, I think. So, yeah. You can go check your bookstores and all that stuff. I got it at a bookstore, so you can go check it out there. But it is a very, very cool book. It just gives more information on Ninjago itself. So first, we are going to look at the new Sensei Wu minifigure, and I think this is the first. I think this is the first one we've had since the first good Sensei Wu, the normal Sensei Wu, since the 2013 wave. We had Evil Wu in 2014, and then we didn't have Sensei Wu in the tournament wave. So this is the first figure that's actually all new and stuff. So you can see here, that is the front of him, and here is the back of Sensei Wu's outfit. Again, you can see there it's kind of designed a little bit differently. You got the symbol there. It's all a little golden looking and all that stuff. It's a very, very cool looking different outfit for him. And yes, it is. It just looks very, very cool. And here we have a better look at his outfit without his beard showing, covering up the mane of the suit. So that is kind of one flaw, of course, with Sensei Wu. His beard always covers up his outfit, but it does look like a very, very cool new outfit for Sensei Wu. It's a very good figure. It's exclusive for this book. We did have I think the last really exclusive figure for a book was with the 2013 Lloyd Green Ninja suit. That was like the final battle sort of suit, and that was with the character encyclopedia. Now the last book we had with a figure, not the last book, but I mean the last main book, kind of like this, it had Zane rebooted, so that was not new. It wasn't exclusive to it, but Zane rebooted, still awesome to get. But this is exclusive for it, and you can see there the printing. It's got his symbols every now and then over there, and you can just see his printing kind of matches up with the printing on his legs there. And of course, he does come with a staff, but of course, it's not like the normal staff he usually has. At least not the normal color you would maybe see, like in the show. He usually gets the gold staff in sets and all that. But he gets a wooden brown staff for this set, or not this set, but this book. So, but he still gets a staff, so it's pretty cool. Sensei gets another staff. But yeah, it's all simple little build for a figure, a little figure build for this book. It's a really nice figure to have for this book, especially for having just another Sensei Wu minifigure. If you want to get a Sensei Wu figure for cheaper, this is the way to do it. Now onto the book itself. The book itself, again, they do have one big section part of it just to hold the figure, and then you just take the figure out from this side. But you can see here is Kai and Master Chen. It is based. Some of it does include the new Tournament of Elements. And only one part of it does include anything about the ghost season. So this book does not include much about the ghosts at all. It only includes most stuff for past stuff. So it just has showing off the new figure that would be with it, and then has an introduction. You can pause these if you want to, but I'm just going to quickly show you guys the pages. Sensei Wu page, so it just explains Sensei Wu. And it just shows some characters on maybe what some characters would say about a ninja, what they would think about the ninja. Here's a page for Kai. You get just a protective brother, just explain some things about Kai for once. And you can see here just some more, so you want to be a ninja, and it just explains some stuff on how, if you want to be a ninja, you could, or, if you were to be a ninja, just read those. So you have the skeleton army, so you can see Samakai there, and then you can see all the skeletons we had for the first pilot episodes of Ninjago. These are very cool episodes. I really like those episodes. Lord Garmadon. This is obviously Garmadon before he was turned good. He was bitten by the Great Devourer, and by a snake and infected with evil. So the Great Devourer turned him evil, but yes, this is four-arm Garmadon, two-arm Garmadon, all from the beginning mainly. But yeah, he was obviously good during Rebooted and at the end of the second season. Battle at the Dark Fortress, kind of explaining this battle here that was in the last episode for the pilot episodes. And then it just kind of explains let's start the battle they had at the last episode, the pilot episodes, when they fought with the golden weapons and all with Samakai. What do the ninja wear? It just shows different versions of the suits that the ninja have. Shows the ZX, the true potential form, energy, the Temple of Light, kimono sort of outfits there, and then Kai, rebooted. So it just shows the rebooted one. And then it shows the tournament one right here. The two tournament kinds with Cole in his suits and his outfits. And then it just has some more descriptions on this page. Like how they get their weapons and all, or outfits. And then you can see this. These are some of the older outfits, before these ones. So it just explains some of the different ninja versions. So you can see here's a page for Jay. Explains all about Jay, or at least some big parts about Jay. And they see there with him and Nia. Where the ninja live, it kind of explains his their places that they've lived, like the Destiny's Bounty, they've kind of been there. The monastery, the mobile base, and mobile ninja base. They weren't really there. They never really lived there. That was just kind of a base that they kind of Nia made. So they didn't actually really live there that much, but they do have the Destiny's Bounty back in Season 5, so that's very cool. The Serpentine, Anachondri, Venomari, Hypnobrai, Fangpire, and Constricti. So it just explains the different Anachondri. So we're going back to learning about some of the Anachondri that were back in 2012. It's very cool. Power 4, so just the ninja seem to keep getting these 4 weapons, as you could say, weapons. The Fang Blades were just things to collect. It's like the 4 weapons that you always seem to end up collecting within the waves, So we have the golden weapons, of course, the Elemental Blades, the Fang Blades that Pytho was trying to get, and the Techno Blades from Rebooted, so it's very cool. And then they're trying, it seems like that they're trying to kind of focus on today's world, like with all the technology and stuff, like the online profiles and stuff. You can see there they made like a thing with Jay's profile, him updating his statuses, posting pictures, them commenting on it. It's a very unique thing they did with this page. It's very funny in a way, it's just kind of funny that they're doing that in this way. It's kind of cool. Here's a page for Lloyd. You can see it just kind of explains, troubled youth, and then he, becomes older, becomes the Green Ninja and all. How do you reach your true potential? So it just explains all how to unlock your true potential, and it just shows the energy forms here and all of that stuff. So it just explains things that each of the ninja went through to unlock their true potential. So it's very cool there. Dragon Care, it says. So it just explains the 4 original dragons from the beginning of the show itself. And yeah, it's very cool. The page for Nia. I don't think it explains anything about her. Yeah, I don't think it explains anything about her becoming a ninja, because this is out before the Go season is out yet, so they're not going to explain much about that. Attack of the Great Devourer. So you can see it's basing off the Epic Dragon Battle set. You can see there the Great Devourer, the Ultra Dragon. Just some more descriptions. Garmadon the hero, because he destroyed the Great Devourer. And this page, I really like this page. It kind of lets you understand the Overlord a little better if you didn't yet. History of the Overlord. Long before time had a name, at the very creation of Ninjago itself, there was good and there was evil. And there is no one more evil than a spirit named the Overlord. Here's the story. And it just explains the Overlord's story, original story with the first Ninjutsu Master. So it explains his little past with the first Ninjutsu Master. These are like little images here from episode 20. So this is when like Masako explained the story. So if you go to the episode, you also see the little story. Masako will explain it. But yeah, so it just explains what the first Ninjutsu Master did to kind of prevent the Overlord from actually taking over the first time. So here it explains the Stone Army, the Warrior, the Swordsman, the Scout, General Kozu. So General Kozu, the 4-armed Stone Warrior, is pretty cool. Explains the living statue. That was the big Stone Warrior that they had in the museum in episode 20. And then that was episode 26 there. They were fighting this Stone Army, very strong army. Cole, here's a page for Cole. You see him there riding Rocky and showing he got his super strength, his Techno Blade there, he's got his Earth Driller. So it's very, very cool. It explains some of the things, you know. Can you survive the Dark Island? So different things talking about like the Dark Island, you know, like beware of some of the things and avoid the evil that it's saying here. But the Dark Island, yeah, the Dark Island is just showing how you may need to survive there if you are going to go there. Race to Ninjago. So here is another thing. They need to return to Ninjago City and defeat the Overlord. So here's that. Just explains them going back, you know, with the golden mech and all. But yeah, it's mainly explaining, again, it's showing off the Temple of Light set with Lloyd's golden mech, and then the, you know, the Temple of Light, of course, and then it just explains, like, it has little pictures of the parts from the episodes, and here we have a whole 2 pages for technically 1, if you would say, but it's all explaining the Golden Ninja, so it's all explaining Lloyd becoming the Golden Ninja and all. And there's some pictures from the episode. Good Garmadon, Golden Boy, Endless Army, Light Returns, and Good Garmadon. So it's kind of like an explanation of the final battle. But yeah, so it's just a big whole thing. You would turn the whole book and read about Lloyd becoming the Golden Ninja. It's very cool. Here's a page for Zane, and they end up explaining that, I think they explain somewhere in this book that about how he becomes titanium and all. Here it is, another whole section page for Zane. It's very cool. It's just another whole, it's like the 2 good characters within this show. They're explaining pretty well. Pixal, here's a whole page for Pixal, so that's pretty interesting. But they're, because, you know, she's been in the seasons now, if you think about it. She was within Zane in the tournament, she's in the Go season in Zane still, and she was obviously in Rebooted, so she's kind of become a main character. But yes, she was obviously in the main part in Rebooted. You could see her there in Rebooted, helping Zane and all. So her big season was Rebooted, but she's still around in the show now. The Ninjroids for Rebooted. It just explains General Cryptor, the Warriors, the main sort of Ninjroid you would see, the drones, and Mindroid, the one little droid who apparently just got built small. And the perfect match machine. So it's kind of another interesting page, you know, it's explaining some of like the couple sort of thing you would see within the show. So you can see the Jay and Nia and Cole, Saku and Wu, Zane and Pixal, Kai and Skylar. So it's just a quick, it's an interesting page, you know. It's something different that you would see in a book like this. What can the ninja hack? So it explains all their weapons and what their Techno Blades can do and what they have created for the ninja. So they're rebooted vehicles. You can see Jay's Thunder Raider, the Kai Fighter, the Ninja Copter for Zane, and the Earth Mech. That was for Cole. The Thunder Raider and Earth Mech were in the same set. Ally or enemy. Shows Evil Wu here, and then Garmadon. So it's just more explanations. The Mighty Mech Dragon Attack. So it's meant to explain the mech. It's obviously showing off the Mech Dragon set. You can see here he is taken and he is sent to the Overlord to get his power drained and all. Taken on the Mech Dragon. So if you saw episode 30, you saw him get taken away on the Mech Dragon for the Overlord to drain his power. So, but Peaceful Pop, that was Lloyd's dad being saved. You can see here what happens in the Digiverse. So it's a whole page based on the Digiverse. So a tech world, you know, different things with the Digiverse and all, showing some images from the show. But it just shows some of the things you can do with the Digiverse and what can happen in it. Light and darkness, and how they defeated the Overlord in the Digiverse, even though he escaped later on. And then it just has some more pictures here and descriptions. Then you can see, can you really trust a snake? And then it just kind of explains how the Serpentine are either good or bad. And you can see here talking about Pythor helping the Overlord as a mysterious stranger. So a snake among snakes. So he's kind of not the good one in Rebooted at all. He's kind of the one who just seems to always be bad. He's obviously better at the end of the tournament. He seems a little bit better now, but here's a whole page explaining the X1 Ninja Charger. So I guess it's a little more, you know, things they can explain with this, since it was only in one episode and all that stuff. Defend against the Overlord. You can see Zane's sacrifice, the Overlord's mech, more pictures from the show, what Trap Ninja and all that stuff. Zane sacrifices himself based on the Battle for Ninjago City set. And then we turn to the Tournament of Elements. So there's a whole another page here for the tournament. It's kind of like a poster for the tournament. You know, you would go see, register today, you know, calling all heroes of Ninjago. Come to the tournament, you know. And it's kind of cool. When, this week, where, Master Chen's Island. So it's like an invitation, you know. Master Chen, it's a whole page to explain Master Chen, what he does and all that with his staff, and then his daughter Skylar. And then here's a whole page for the Elemental Masters: Jacob, Ash, Skylar, Mr. Pale, Shade, even though some may call him Shadow, which I do because he's called Shadow in the show, Camille, Bolobo, Nero, Griffin Turner, Dravis, and Karloff. So those are all the other Elemental Masters, not counting the Ninja, of course, because we know who they are. But those are all the other Elemental Masters, the Anachondri. So they're saying the Anachondri because they become Anachondri later on, of course. But here we have Master Chen, Cloud, Sugu, Izor, Chop. I don't know why they put two things of Chop there. It's very interesting and weird. I don't understand why. Kapow, Slevin, Crate, and Pythor. Pythor is really the Anachondri, but he's the only good one. Beyond all these people, he's the only one that actually understands. There's a whole page here for the Titanium Ninja. So, explains, you know, all that stuff. The statue was built to honor Zane and all. And Zane, now this explains Zane. I never actually understood this for some reason. But this explains why he has PXL written on his face for his titanium version. It's because he put Pixal inside of him, like with the heart, with the drive. He plugged it in the back of his head or something, and she's obviously in him, so that's why it says PXL, because she's plugged into Zane now. So it's very cool. It's a whole page for Zane, the Titanium Ninja. So he has his own page, and then he has the Titanium Ninja. So Zane has quite a few pages. Ninja versus Snakes, once again, the Tournament of Elements. Chen once again brings snakes to attack, you know, the Anachondri. So lookalikes, you know, that, you know, and yeah, it's obviously showing off the Enter the Serpent set, and here you Return of the Snakes and all that. Chen is obsessed with the Anachondri, is determined to transform his army into the powerful snakes and all that stuff. So threats to Ninjago. So here's some of the bigger threats that have been in Ninjago. And here, I don't know why the Overlord's not here, but these are some big threats. Skeletons. Mindroid. I don't know why Mindroid's there. I guess these are just random threats they're putting in. Lord Garmadon. Lloyd Garmadon. And obviously he was more of a threat when he was all evil and a little kid when he was unleashing snakes. Pythor, even though he's not really bad anymore. But Skylar. And then here's the only thing that I mentioned before, the only thing for the Ghost season that you will see in this book. Moral. It just has a big question mark. It says, unknown, wanted for, suspected evil activity, plans unknown, status, serious risk to Ninjago. So that's all they put in there for it. So they do give the name Moro. But again, this is meant to be so like before the Ghost season does air. So it's not going to show Moro or any of the Ghost stuff. But that is the only thing they have for Season 5. Find your path, you know, you do different things and then you like follow it and see if you would say yes or no and lead you to different people. And then you would see who you kind of are like, you know, Sensei, Ninja, a Samurai, a Ninjroid, or a Snake. And then it just does the glossary and the index on the end. And it's a picture of Klaus and Nia fighting, kind of resembling episode 39. But it just has little word, you know, the little ending things on the book, you know. and then it has a picture with Master Chen and Kai again, and then it has this back. Is the back of the book there. Golden Dragon, you know, Izor, Choprai, the Nina's car, Kai and General Crypto are fighting, and here are the prices for the book. So $17 in the United States and $19 in Canada. So all together, this book is very cool, and I do recommend going to get it. And it does come with this amazing Sensei Wu figure. It's a very good figure, and I really like the new details and all that stuff. You know, it's a very good figure, and it's a very easy way to get a Sensei Wu figure too, since he's always seemed to be in bigger sets. You know, and I know he had a Spinjitzu early, like in the first wave in the 2011, but that's now it's gone. So this is probably one of the easiest ways to get a Sensei Wu figure right now through this book. So, and it's exclusive to the book, so it's very cool. I do recommend going to get this. Again, you may find it at your Walmart or Target. I know like Barnes & Noble has it. That's where I got it. So lots of like bookstores, a lot of bookstores will most likely have it. But yeah, this is the Ninjago Secret World of the Ninja book. Did come out June 16th, so that was sort of my run through and review. I know it was a long time. I bet if you're still here watching this, I'm very surprised. But if you are, that was just a run-through of it, you know. But there's a lot of, like, to show a little bit. I wasn't going to show it, go through it all. That would have taken forever. But that was kind of like a run-through with this. So, what do you guys think about this book? And I think it's very cool. And I think it's worth the price. Of course, the books are usually that price. And especially with an exclusive Sensei Wu figure as well. So, it's a very good book. And I do recommend going to get the Ninjago Secret World of the Ninja book.